Okay, hey everybody, we're all set up. I already tried doing this one time, but I kept having problems with my camera. Anyway, so let's go over this. We've got letterhead, my contact info right here. You'll get a copy of this after you sign it, or I'll send it out in the mail. So you always have my contact info right here. Your contact info, name, address, city, state, zip, home phone, emails. Emails are required. Service address, if the property is different from your original address, come down here. Cell phone, start date. All right, now we're going down to our services. Types of service. Please check box if of interested services. That's these boxes over here. Okay. So do not write on the lines. These lines in here are for me to write on and to fill out prices where they are needed. So we got, I hope you guys can see this, lawn care, $30 minimum for a weekly service. Most of the time when I'm quoting everybody, I'm quoting for a weekly. And if I say $30, that's weekly. That's not bi-weekly. So our bi-weeklies are 1.5 times our weekly rates this year, mainly because we are getting rid of bi-weeklies. Right here it states that no bi-weekly services will be available in the year 2020. I want everything to go smoothly this year. And I would like to move all of our clients to a weekly service. So right here, our minimum bi-weekly service for this year is $45 because that is what? That is 1.5 times the minimum of our weekly service. That's where we start our bi-weekly services. Okay? And all pricing is based per yard. Okay? So you just click here, click weekly or bi-weekly, And if you want to quote for both of them, maybe click both of them. Okay, so coming down, we got spring and fall cleanups. We have an $80 minimum, $60 per man hour. Your normal lawn cut price is not your spring and fall cleanup price. I cannot emphasize that enough. I did that this last year, and I wound up putting tons of work in for little profits. Okay, it's so much harder to do a full cleanup, even just removing leaves, than it is to just cut some grass. Okay, pet waste removal. Do you want a weekly service or a bi-weekly service? Okay, most of the time if you're getting a weekly service on your lawn cut, you'll be getting a weekly service for your pet waste removal as well. Okay, we're just going to keep them the same. We have a $60 initial fee up to 2 13-gallon bags, and trust me, we get a lot in those 2 13-gallon bags. After that, it's $15 per additional bag, okay? Then what does it say? It says, if other means of removal are necessary, the pricing may vary. Okay, so down here, we have our weekly pricing of weekly, $15 for your first dog, $5 for each additional dog. Our bi-weekly is $20 for the first dog and $5 for each additional dog. Coming down, if you want some bush trimming, you got to click this box. We got spring, fall, bi-monthly, and by bi-monthly, that's a tongue twister almost. That means every 2 months, okay? Or then we have removals down there. That doesn't mean 2 times a month. That means every 2 months. But, okay, then we have removals down here. Obviously, we can't really bid that, if we're going to have a removal in 6 months. You may not even know. But if you're thinking you may need a bush removal, you might just click that, okay? And then that pricing will be on a work order at a later date. Tree service. We'll do a little bit of tree service, but any of the big stuff, I got a couple really good guys, depending on where you live and what it is, that I'll recommend. But we can do some dead wooding and corrections. You may just check with us as to what we do. Let's go dethatching. Thatch in your yard is created by stolons and rhizomes. It's not good to have much more than 1/4 inch of thatch, although 1/4 inch is good for your yard. And this is not recommended, much more than every 2 or 3 or one time every 2 or 3 years. So just to be safe, so you don't ruin your yard. Below that, we have aeration. That's where we pull cores out of your yard. It's about, oh man, I couldn't even tell you. There's a lot of little cores that'll look like a bunch of little bitty dog poops about 2 or 3 inches long in your yard. And then they decompose and they go back into the ground. But this helps relieve compaction in your yard. And by that, it helps your root system grow better. So overall, it'll be healthy for your turf's health, or better for your turf's health. Here, if you need an overseed during that, I have a seed surcharge. You know, and you can click yes if you want an overseed, but honestly, the seed surcharge, that's something we'll just have to bid at the time of service, you know, due to pricings on seed and what, you know, we may be buying. Up here, page 2, we're still continuing with our services. Fertilizer application. Okay, prices will be based per property. Click this if you want it. Fertilizer applications will be scheduled on a 5 to 6 week frequency per manufacturer's recommendation. Okay. Currently, we're going to start off the year with Milorganite. We'll probably be switching up throughout the year and seeing how some other fertilizers react. This will be our first year offering that as a service, so bear with us as we switch stuff, and, you know, prices may go up and down. Let's see, our next line is gutter cleaning. We got $80 per house and $80 per additional story. Okay, it does not include your basement, but, and I'll tell you the truth, man, I don't really like getting up super high. I'm not a super good, you know, awesome gutter guru, but it's something that helps get us through the fall and winter months. And so if you need, spring and fall cleanups are offered. Let's go down to, what do we have now? Important information. Please initial each section in the highlighted areas, acknowledging that you have read. This applies for the next couple pages. Here, 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 and here. Okay, so let's see. Do you know what type of grass you have? And all I need you guys to do right here is just put X's. X, yes or no. Okay, if you have another grass type other than what's listed here, please write it out. Okay. Do you have an irrigation system? X for yes, X for no. Do you regularly water your lawn during the growing season? Yes or no. Although we do not currently offer irrigation services, we do need to know this for our other services. Okay, let's go down to gates and fences. So long as you read this, initial here. Okay, I would like to find a good company that does irrigation services. I'm interested in them, but not 100%. You know, I'm so busy right now that I can't even think about offering that as a service. But, okay, let's go down to gates and fences. Does your property have a gate? Yes or no? Is your gate at least 48 inches wide? Yes or no? 36 inches wide? Yes or no? I need to know this so I know what mowers I can and cannot get on your yard. Okay? If yes, please make sure we have access to your yard on service dates. Okay, guys, if I'm there, I'm on Mondays. If I have you scheduled on a Monday, I have you scheduled on every single Monday or every other Monday. So just make sure your gate is unlocked, and if not, we can put a lock on it to where we all have a key. And I have no problem buying locks for gates. We need access to your yard. But one of the things I can't do is wait for you to get home from work while I'm sitting in front of your house and opening up your gate. Also, all locks need to be accessible from the outside of the gate. Okay? Okay, let's go here. If we do not have access and cannot perform our duties after showing up to the property, charges will still apply. That means if you have a $30 lawn cut, I'm still going to charge you, and I'm going to be very firm on that this year. Okay, sorry I had to pause there for a moment. So yeah, I'm going to be very firm on that, and I mean, it's something just simple. I'll buy a lock, we'll both have a key, and we can call it good. And that sure would be, you know, me charging you $30 because you weren't there to unlock the gate. Okay, let's go. I didn't know that all wasn't in the frame. Okay. Please make sure all debris is cleared from yard at time of service. Examples: toys, clothes, tools, excessive trash, excessive tree limbs, and that also includes rocks. It's something that needs to happen. A little here, a little there, that's not bad, but if it's something that's happening every week, we're going to charge extra. And that'll just be included on, you know, that month or your next month's bill. Okay, lawn cuts. This service includes weekly 7-day or bi-weekly 14-day schedules, okay? That means I'm going to show up to your house every Monday or every other Monday this year, you know, depending on, or you get the drift, you know, it might be Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'm going to show up every single time. We're not doing 10-day schedules, and I will never do 10-day schedules. It causes so much confusion. I can't show up on Monday one service and then I show up on like the following, what is it, Thursday, something like that. So we'll never do a 10-day schedule. We do it weekly or bi-weekly, 7 or 14 days. We mow between 3 and 4.5 inches. There is a couple yards that'll get 2.5. Let's see, trimming or weed eating, edging along all curbs, sidewalks, and driveways. If you're, listen, we will edge, but if your yard is 2 feet out into your driveway, or if your grass has grown 2 feet out into your sidewalks and you only have like a foot walk path in there, that will be extra, okay? So we'll cut it back a bit, and we may just cut it back a little more and more each week, but I'm not going to do a full amazing edge job, you know, for $30 a week. That we can do it, but it will be extra. Otherwise, you know, we can just cut it back a little at a time. Okay, blowing all of our grass clippings off of hard surfaces. Bi-weekly rates, I think I may have mentioned this before, they will be 1.5 times the weekly rate, okay? I'm wanting to, and I'm sorry for the, let me get my words right. I'm sorry for the price increase, but I want every single week to be the same, okay? I want redundancy in my business and or repetitiveness, okay? That's what I'm wanting. Pet waste removal may be required on or before time of service if there is excessive pet waste on the property. We may make, you know, if we're going to be rolling in a bunch of doo-doo, we're going to do it, okay? Garden bed care is not included with the normal lawn care service. I got in trouble a couple times last year for dipping my weed eater in a garden, and guess what? This year we're not doing any gardens, but you can, or not, okay, listen, we're not doing any gardens in the normal lawn care service. That's what that says. You can have us do some garden bed care, but we'll just be showing up for a specific service at that time, okay? Mowing services will begin on March 15th, 3:15. Weather depending. Our weather depending right now makes it, you know, seem like we are going to probably be around the 1st of April, maybe a week or so into April. I hope it warms up, but we keep getting all these snows. And ends the week of 10/31. That is also weather depending. But I tell you what happens right then. We go to fall cleanups. They begin immediately after the mowing season. All pets must be inside at the time of service. Okay? You may have the nicest dog, but an engine might make them flip. I had a dog biting at my mower blades last year, and it's not happening. Your dogs need to stay locked up while we're there. Except for pet waste removal. I don't mind that, but I love dogs, but we can't have them there while we're operating any of our equipment. Down here, it just shows a little bit of, a way that we can kind of come to a starting point for our prices per square foot and a price behind that, okay? It says every yard is different in size, structure, and design, and price. Although your pricing may vary, this chart provides a starting point for pricing, okay? Just because your yard falls within those square feet, it may not quite mean that it will be that price. Okay, canceling and postponing services. Remember, initial these once you read through them and understand them. There is no cancellation fee. We do require a 30-day verbal or written notice before canceling. Okay, that is to me. That's not telling any of my employees. Our contract is between you and me, not you and my employees. So you tell me, not my employees. Okay? If you need to postpone a weekly service to the following week, you will then be charged for a bi-weekly service. Makes sense, right? We don't do bi-weekly rates at weekly prices. If you need to postpone a bi-weekly service to the next service 1 month, you will then be charged 2 times or double the bi-weekly rate, right? because we don't even do monthly services. But if we are going to postpone it, then it's going to be the price for 1 month. Like I said, I want repetitiveness in my business. I want clients who want me there and want me there every week because, well, that's the type of person I am. And I'm a likable person. Who wouldn't want me there every week? Okay, for weather delays, because our business is primarily outdoors, we can always expect weather delays varying from rain, snow, lightning storms, and tornadoes. If we need to delay service, a call or text will be sent out. If in text form, it may be in a mass text, okay? Do not reply in the mass text. If you need to reply to me, just go to my name in your contacts list and reply to me that way. Don't reply in the mass text, okay? Delays will be determined by myself, Divine Professional Services. Expect to resume service as soon as possible. If you have not received service within 3 days of the delay, then expect us at your next scheduled service. Sometimes it may be 4, but if I have not contacted you and said I'm going to be there, hey, on day 4, then just expect us at your next scheduled service, okay? Delays due to weather conditions will not result in a higher price at the following services, like it was up here, but so long as it's weather conditions that I determine feasible, you won't get a higher price, okay? Most of the time, I can cut almost all days, but there are some times where I can't. Okay, modifications and amendments. Modifications and or amendments. No modifications, amendments, renegotiations, or other alterations to this contract will be of force unless mutually agreed upon and signed by both parties in this agreement. Okay? Sorry, I was stuttered all over those words. Pretty much we'll make another page that says modifications and amendments, and we'll both sign and date. Okay? Determining whatever it is. But, I don't know, this is pretty plain and simple. Payments. We accept cash, check, credit or debit cards. Credit or debit cards may be used when viewing your invoice. I send the invoices out through emails, okay? That's how you get your invoices, and you click on that, and then right here, it'll say press a pay now button, and that is how you pay your invoice, okay? If you cannot figure it out, feel free to call me. You have my contact info on this first page that has my phone number on it, okay? Let's go to checks. Checks should be made out to Divine Professional Services. Down here is my address, okay? This is where you can send them to if you're sending them in the mail, okay? Credit cards, I got to go up one line. Credit and debit cards may be used when viewing your invoice. Press a pay now button. Your processing fees will apply. Guys, if you don't want a processing fee, cash or check. Okay, I'm still a very small business, and most people don't mind it, but if you don't want a processing fee, cash or check, okay? I cannot deal with hundreds of dollars of processing fees every year. Late payments. Payments for regularly scheduled services will be due on or before the last calendar day of each month. If the payment is not received by the 15th calendar day of the following month, a late fee of 10% of the total bill will then be added. An additional 10% of the total bill will be added for each month that the payment is past due. Okay? Bounce checks or insufficient funds. Okay, will be charged an additional $30. That's what the state of Kansas says I can charge, so that's what I'm going to charge. Guys, I get charged for every single bounce check that rolls through my bank account, and every single time it rolls through my bank account. So if they put it through twice, I get charged 2 times. So I'm charging this year, okay? After one bounce check, we will then no longer accept payment in check form from that client, okay? And that's not really a big deal. You still got cash or debit or your credit card. If you choose to pay cash or check, we are able to pick it up at that time of service. You may give it directly to Adam Devine or the crew leader of the day. Okay, some people will leave it in their doors or barbecues or something like that. That's fine. I do want it in an envelope, though, a sealed envelope. If I have any employees, they should never open the envelopes. You can give that to them, but they are to give it to me. But it's just best if you can give it to me, okay? But if you are giving it to somebody else, make sure it's the crew leader. Okay, let's go. What's left? Please have it in a sealed envelope with your name, date on it. This saves from confusion between myself, employees, and clients. I guess I just explained all that. Employees of Divine Professional Services should never open an envelope containing payments. Payments can be mailed to, boom, there is my address. Okay, this is a contract between Divine Professional Services and Print Your Name. Please sign and acknowledge Please sign and acknowledge our services, policies, regulations, and fees. Your printed name, your signature, boom, date. My printed name, my signature, date. Okay, we have, for those of you that may want it, I certainly want some of you to get on it. It will give me winter cash while we are doing nothing throughout the winter. We have a 12-month payment plan, and I'm going to go over that in another video because we're already running almost 22 minutes on this.